So was the amount of John's heating bill for February greater than it was for January? Is F bigger than J? Statement one gives us a ratio, gives it to us as a fraction. So I wanted to unpack it as a ratio just to show so you can get comfortable with the idea that this is equal to this same idea. And what this tells us is that yes, February actually is larger because it's the larger side of the given ratio. So for every $25 that January cost, February cost $26. And since it had to cost a positive amount of money, it's going to have to be larger. Guarantees that February will be larger than January. Because as we scale this up, we could go to 50 versus 52 and on. But definitely the larger side of a positive ratio is going to be the larger of the two components. Statement two doesn't tell us anything good. Statement two says together F plus J is $183.60. Now, what makes that interesting is we could actually solve out exactly how much money was spent in each month using the ratio and this dollar amount. But that's not what the question's asking for. Because we've already gotten a sufficient answer in statement one, it doesn't make sense to try to use the two statements together to work towards a C. You always want to go for a D, A, or B answer before you get to a CE answer. The worst answer essentially on the chain is getting an answer E. That's like, even when I used all the information available, I still couldn't get an answer. Versus D is like, each of these statements independent of each other were full of good information. They were able to get me the answer I needed. This is the hardest answer to get. A and B only requires that one of the two situations was enough information, which is what we've got right now. And then C is like what you would take if you couldn't get an A or a B or a D, but you wanted to still like try to answer the question. You didn't have as much information as you thought you had in those other two statements, but when you take them together, it's enough at least to answer the question. So C is kind of like a worse version of A or B. And this is the hierarchy of how we like to answer the question. But obviously you have to answer the question with the correct answer. So we wouldn't work towards a C if we've already got an A. It's a better answer choice. It's higher up our food chain. And so A is the answer to this question.